The pressure builds the deeper you go. Sunlight dies within the first few hundred meters, leaving only a crushing, eternal black. This is the abyss, a space covering 70% of our planet, where the weight of the water above dictates the rules of survival. Yet, in this absolute dark, life persists. We begin our descent at the edge of this frontier with the seahorse, a creature that mocks the standard laws of nature. It does not follow the common path of reproduction. Instead, the male takes on the burden, carrying the eggs within a specialized brood pouch. He guards them through the development cycle, moving with the current until the moment of release. Hundreds of tiny, fully formed offspring erupt from his body, drifting into the open water to face the void alone. This is not just survival. It is a calculated defiance of the deep. But the ocean holds more than just the peculiar. It hides masters of deception and architects of the dark. At number 9, the octopus turns the seafloor into a mirror. It does not hide behind objects. It becomes the object. Watch the surface of its skin. It ripples, shifting color and texture in milliseconds to match the jagged geometry of the coral reef. When a predator lunges, the deception ends. The octopus contracts, firing a concentrated cloud of thick black ink into the water. The predator strikes at the shadow, but the target is already gone, jetting away into the gloom. This mastery of form is matched only by the calculated lethality of our next subject. At number 8, the lionfish drifts with deliberate, slow-motion grace. It does not need to hide. Its fan-like spines extend outward, creating a silhouette that dominates the immediate current. These spines are not merely for display. They house a potent neurotoxin capable of incapacitating anything that ignores the warning. The fish holds its position, spines flared, waiting for an intruder to make a fatal mistake. It is a living barricade, a beautiful, static threat. At number 7, the ocean changes pace. The era of camouflage and static warning ends, replaced by the pure, kinetic force of the great white shark. This is a machine built for a single purpose: the strike. It does not wait for an intruder to make a mistake. It creates the error. The shark patrols the water column, its body a streamlined arc of muscle. It senses the low-frequency vibrations of prey from hundreds of meters away, turning toward the source with a subtle shift of its caudal fin. There is no hesitation. As it closes the distance, the shark accelerates, a blur of gray against the blue. It opens its jaws, revealing rows of serrated, triangular teeth designed to shear through dense tissue in a single, violent motion. The bite force is immense, calculated to incapacitate instantly. When the shark hits, the water erupts. It is a master of precision, wasting no energy, leaving only the aftermath of a hunt executed with clinical perfection. It remains the undisputed hunter of the open sea, a predator that has refined the act of killing. While other creatures rely on toxins or deception to survive, the great white shark relies on speed, power, and the terrifying efficiency of its own anatomy. At number 6, the ocean scales up to a size that defies immediate comprehension. The blue whale enters the frame, a living mountain displacing 200 tons of water with every movement. It does not hunt with teeth or toxins. It moves with a slow, deliberate momentum, its massive frame casting a shadow that swallows the light of the surrounding depths. Watch the water ahead of its mouth. The whale surges forward, engulfing thousands of gallons of seawater in a single, cavernous gulp. It forces this water through massive, fringed baleen plates, trapping tons of krill against the fibrous mesh. This is not a strike. It is a harvest of immense proportions. The sheer scale of the creature makes everything else appear microscopic. Its heart, a muscle the size of a small vehicle, beats with a low-frequency thud that vibrates through the pressure. This sound travels for kilometers, a rhythmic drum that marks the presence of a giant. It glides through the currents, indifferent to the predators above or below. At number 5, we descend past the reach of the sun into the midnight zone. Here, the pressure is absolute and the darkness is total. This is the domain of the giant squid, a creature that exists more in the realm of myth than recorded biology. It does not hunt by sight in the traditional sense. It possesses eyes the size of dinner plates, highly sensitive to the faintest flicker. These eyes track movement through the crushing weight of the deep, waiting for the right moment to lash out with tentacles. Researchers often find massive circular scars etched into the skin of sperm whales, perfect impressions left by the squid's defensive grip. These marks tell a story of epic, silent battles fought where no light ever penetrates. The squid remains a ghost, a master of the abyss. It thrives in the cold, pressurized void where biology reaches its most alien extremes. The scars on the whales serve as the only map to its presence. It is a creature of the dark, perfectly adapted to a world that remains largely hidden from human eyes. At number 4, the pufferfish appears as a small, unassuming inhabitant of the reef. It drifts with the current, seemingly vulnerable to any passing threat. The moment a predator approaches, the fish initiates a rapid, involuntary response. It gulps down massive quantities of water, expanding its body until it forms a rigid, jagged sphere. This transformation forces its spines to stand upright, creating a defensive perimeter that is impossible to swallow. Beneath this physical barrier lies a chemical weapon. Its tissues contain a neurotoxin far more lethal than cyanide, a silent deterrent that ensures its survival. Moving to number 3, we find the dolphin, a creature that operates on an entirely different level of complexity. These animals do not rely on armor or toxins. They rely on collective strategy. Watch as a pod moves in perfect synchronization, herding schools of fish into tight, swirling bait balls. They communicate through a series of clicks and whistles, adjusting their positions in real time to prevent the prey from escaping. Their curiosity often brings them to the surface, to investigate human vessels, displaying a level of problem-solving that suggests a keen awareness of their surroundings. While the pufferfish relies on a static, lethal defense, at number 2, we encounter a creature that seems to have crawled directly out of a prehistoric fossil record. The Japanese spider crab emerges from the deep, sediment-heavy trenches, a master of the cold, dark seafloor. Its body is a testament to extreme evolution, supported by limbs that span nearly 12 feet from tip to tip. When it moves, it does not swim, it stalks. Each jointed leg probes the ocean floor with deliberate, mechanical precision, stirring up clouds of silt as it navigates the terrain. The crab is covered in a hard, calcified shell that provides near impenetrable protection. It moves with a slow, rhythmic gait, its long, spindly appendages reaching out like the legs of a terrestrial spider magnified to monstrous proportions. Unlike the social predators of the upper layers, this giant is a solitary scavenger, patrolling the abyssal plains in search of sustenance. It exists as a living relic, a biological holdover from an age when the oceans were governed by vastly different rules. Finally, at number 1, we confront the ghost of the deep, the megalodon. This is not merely a predator, it is a biological impossibility that once dominated every ocean on the planet. Its frame stretches 60 feet, a massive, muscular torpedo that displaces tons of water with every flick of its tail. Imagine a creature so large that it dwarfs modern whales, possessing a jaw capable of exerting a bite force that shatters bone and cartilage instantly. Its teeth, serrated and thick as human hands, are designed to deliver a single, catastrophic strike that ends the struggle before it begins. The ocean floor holds the evidence of its reign, yet the deep trenches remain largely unmapped, leaving open the possibility that this titan never truly vanished. When it moves, the current shifts, and smaller life forms scatter into the darkness, driven by a primal instinct to avoid the shadow of a master hunter. It represents the ultimate apex, a relic of a prehistoric era that refuses to be forgotten. The sheer physical presence of such a creature challenges our understanding of the modern marine world, turning the vast, dark abyss into a hunting ground of nightmares. As we look into the unexplored depths, the megalodon stands as the final, terrifying reminder that the ocean does not belong to us. The megalodon is but one shadow in a realm that remains largely a mystery to us. We have mapped the surface of distant moons with more precision than we have mapped the floor of our own oceans. Beyond the reach of sunlight, the deep trenches plunge into a crushing, eternal blackness where pressure levels would flatten a submarine like paper. This is the final frontier on our planet, a vast, alien landscape that covers over 70% of the globe. Thousands of species remain undiscovered, waiting in the silence of the midnight zone, perfectly adapted to a world that never sees the dawn. When we look down into the dark, we are not just looking at water. We are looking at a living, breathing history of life on Earth. What other titans move through those lightless canyons? What other predators wait in the absolute stillness of the abyss? The ocean does not yield its secrets easily, and perhaps that is its greatest power. It forces us to acknowledge our own smallness. We have only scratched the surface of the deep. The mysteries that haunt these waters are not just stories. They are realities waiting to be found. Which of these creatures haunts your imagination? Let us know in the comments below, and subscribe for more deep-sea explorations as we continue to push into the unknown.